Have a nice summer school.
I think you're the one who needs educating, not me, sir. Yeah, I think you need some education about Unitarian Universalist clergy abuse, cover-up, and denial. So this guy, last week, was taking pictures and filming, which I don't mind at all, you know. It's like, anyone wants to take pictures and film of me, I even tell them, like, put it on Facebook, put it on Twitter, I don't care. It's like, the more people know about this, the better. But in his mind, you know, being a member of the church, he thought he was being like this justice avenger guy kind of thing. You know, like he was on the right side of morals and ethics and so on, and exposing something bad that I was doing. Well, no, I don't think so. I'm protesting against Unitarian Universalist cover-up and denial of clergy sex abuse. Of course, the clergy sex abuse itself as well, but you know, the emphasis is largely on the cover-up and denial. You know, it's you know, every community is going to have a certain amount of clergy sexual abuse. It's not really something you can totally avoid. You know, so what it really comes down to is how does the religious community deal with clergy sex abuse when it actually happens. And in the case of the Unitarian Universalists, well, honestly, I think they're in many ways even worse than other religious communities. Unitarians most certainly do go to considerable lengths to cover up clergy sexual misconduct in general and sexual abuse of children in particular. Even going so far as to falsely accuse me of the criminal act of blasphemous libel in legal bullying intended to cover up and hide such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape. But it doesn't stop there. Unitarian Universalist Association moderator Jim Key, in his first moderator's report to a Unitarian Universalist Association General Assembly in 2014, stood up in front of thousands of Unitarian Universalist delegates and brazenly lied about clergy sex abuse, and more specifically, sex abuse of children. Good day, sir. He essentially minimized the extent of Unitarian Universalist clergy sex abuse in general in what was supposed to be an apology to victims of Unitarian Universalist clergy sexual misconduct. But if that wasn't enough, he told the following brazen, bald-faced lie in his apology. He said, "There were no incidents of abuse of children or elders in my investigations." Talking to the camera, sir. So Jim Key claimed that he had investigated Unitarian Universalist clergy sex abuse, and that in his investigation of Unitarian Universalist clergy sex abuse, he found no evidence of any abuse of children or elders committed by UUA clergy. This is an outright lie. Because I personally told him about several cases of pedophilia and rape, and I cannot imagine that no one else who is in the know to some extent about Unitarian Universalist clergy sexual misconduct did not make it clear to Jim Key that there have been a certain number of cases of what Stikeman Elliott Barristers and Solicitors litigation lawyer Maitre Marc-Andre Coulombe describes as such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape. There is no question that a certain number of Unitarian Universalist ministers have been charged, tried, and convicted of not only the sexual molestation of children, but actual outright forcible rape of teenagers. So for Jim Key to try to pretend that there were no incidents of abuse of children uncovered in his investigations of Unitarian Universalist clergy sexual abuse is just an incredible brazen bald-faced lie. And to date, that has not been challenged by anyone in the Unitarian Universalist religious community. What I'm saying is, okay.